Turn off the lights.
Woo!
What's up,
Good
everybody?
cut.
Oh, shit.
Good cut.
I accidentally put the end of the show on. What's
Did
going
you turn
on,
off
people?
the lights?
I turned off the lights. I don't know about Xbot or
I turned all of them on, actually.
anybody else. What's up,
I
everybody
always
in
sit
the
in the
chat?
dark.
Do you? I'm sitting in the dark right now. Actually, I got the TV screen going. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody in the chat. It's good to see a bunch of people here. New faces, old faces. What's up, AP Cool J? More Cloud Tech USA. Stinking Corpse, how are you? Bleeds, we DM'd you. Jesse Darby, what's going on? Chelsea, oh my god.
Hold on. We didn't DM him. I did.
Well, I told him to check his DMs. We are short a panel member today. Supersonic Station. He's not going to be with us because he is getting hit with some serious storms.
He is in the land of Oz right now.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him since sometime early morning around 3 or 4 a.m. So I feel a little bad. I'm a bit concerned. Hope all is well.
A couple prayers for him. Like, seriously, he's got like the full Monty going on over there, and I hope the best. I mean, it's pretty crazy what he's been showing us on Twitter and everything, I haven't heard anything from him either. So
yeah, the last we knew, the levees were gonna break, and he hasn't said peep since. So send some prayers and good vibes their way.
That's why I don't like tornadoes, people.
No way, Xbot, really?
Really?
Okay. Well, anyways, guys, send some love and prayers because he's been posting lots of videos and he's been charging his phone, I guess, in cars and stuff to kind of keep people posted. But it's pretty crazy, like very dangerous situation going on in Missouri. What's up, JT Gamer? What's up, Willie Rosato? So tonight we do have the Xbot 448. You want to say what's up, Xbot?
What's up, Xbot? What? That's what you told me to say. No, but seriously, what's going on, everybody in the chat? CCC is here once again. I think we got some really good topics to get into, and I can't wait, guys. I hope you can't either, but we are gonna have to go through the intros. One down, people. One down.
One down. Few to go. Xbot, we can wait. I just want to let you know that.
You can't wait. You're on the edge of your seat, and be careful because it will tip over.
And then, guys, we have the butcher of all vans, Butcher Van. You want to say what's up?
What's going on, guys? I'm glad to be here, and it's brought to you today. The word of the day is tariff.
The word of the day is tariff. I was going to say titty sprinkles, but okay. Tariff works.
What about a titty sprinkle tariff?
About 25%. About 25%.
Yeah.
Someone go hashtag that on Twitter. Titty sprinkle tariff. I love that. That is so cute and festive.
It makes them so much more appealing.
Yeah, right? What's up? What's up, Dasky? I saw Dasky automatically come in here with his what bullshit? Titty sprinkle tariffs. Guys, it makes them definitely more appealing. All right, and then we have the Crispy Bomb. Crispy, would you like to say hello?
What's up, everybody? How you doing today? Everybody good? Everybody celebrating their veterans. And yes, we have the disease. I'm sorry, I can't help you. What? I must say, we have the gamer disease.
The gaming disease?
I'm sure they're going to come up with some kind of crazy name.
Okay, it's just gaming disorder, but it's classified as a disease, yes?
Yes, exactly.
They have to come up with something classy for you.
Yes, it's
it'll
disorder,
be the GDS,
disease.
the gamer disease syndrome.
So we are going to bring you some somberness with tariffs and disease. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, great show. Great show.
It's a morbid lineup already. JT Gamer, honestly, I haven't been playing anything on my Switch. I haven't even charged that baby up in about 3 weeks. I hate to admit it, and the last stuff I was playing was Tetris, but I will be taking that with me to Florida and playing it on the plane. So
this way she can not charge it up for another few days, but in Florida.
Suck my balls. I have the airport Xbot. Plenty of time.
You have an airport?
No,
we can make money there. 25% tariff for anybody who gets off a plane.
Okay, well, anyways. So, guys, what you been playing? We're gonna start with Crispy Bomb. What have you been up to?
I have been playing all kinds of stuffs like PUBG, Gears,
PUBG?
and
I love that game.
yeah. I played a little solo PUBG and got my butt whooped, but you got to take it like a champ. You got to say, hey, you might have a mouse and keyboard nowadays. I don't know, and that's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been just Mortal Kombat it out. I've beaten the heck out of my friends. I've had a lot of friends over. We've been playing, this single, basically local, and it's been fun. I've been just beating the heck out of them.
Nice. I love beating my friends too.
And it brings me back. It honestly, when I've been doing it, it brings me back to like the old school days when you really didn't have like good internet and you couldn't rely on it,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there and I could talk smack right in front of their face. I don't have to have a headset on. It really is fun, like especially in that. For some reason, Mortal Kombat 11 brings like that part of me out where I'm like, yeah, you want some of this? Don't get me wrong, I get beaten. I go, yeah, you got me that time, but you wait until the next character. So it's been awesome. I'm loving the game, and kudos to them. I mean, they sold a shit ton of it, so it's a game that deserves that because they've really thought about everything they could possibly think about.
All right.
Nice.
Excuse me. All right, cool. And Butcher Van, what you been playing?
Let's
Liar.
see. Wreckfest.
Liar. What's Wreckfest?
You don't know Wreckfest?
Mm-mm.
It's like breakfast, but where you destroy things.
Yeah, it's car driving,
Mhm.
and then you go and ram your car into stuff like a demolition derby.
Okay.
So they have demolition derby and demolition derby races. It was supposed to come to Xbox and PlayStation, but for some reason they haven't put a new date out on when it's supposed to be coming out.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, so I like demolition derby games. So I've been having fun with that, and it's a pretty fun game. It looks really good.
Nice.
And then I actually just finished downloading an old school game. I'm kind of getting back into the nostalgia train of old school MMOs. So I downloaded Final Fantasy 14 and I also downloaded Lineage 2.
I don't know
So
what Lineage 2 is either. I'm a failure.
it's from the same makers that made like Aeon and Guild Wars.
Yeah, no, you lost me.
When OhSnap said yeah, I was thinking to myself, he doesn't know those games.
Yeah, he doesn't play MMOs. Jesus.
Not at all. Not at all. Real
Only
quick,
plays MMOs if it requires a gun in your hand.
and
Hold on,
PUBG.
I'm gonna act like a politician. Did you say Oreo?
Oreo?
Was that Oreo?
Oreo.
Drugs
No,
are bad,
okay.
Xbox.
Did you say steak?
What's up, Z Black Rider? Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of my extent of it. I've been playing Wreckfest, and that's a really fun game.
Very
Can't wait for it
nice.
to come out to Xbox.
Nice, nice. All right, and then Xbox, what you been playing?
All right, I was gonna try to think of something funny to say, but you know me, I'm not humorous whatsoever. So
No, you're not.
we're just gonna get into it. Forza Horizon 4. Started playing that again. They have a new kind of like this like career chapter thing going on in the game, so it has to deal with insurance. OhSnaps heard me earlier today. She's like, "Why are you playing the same race over and over?" I was like, "Cause I need 3 stars." But I gotta say that game looks incredible in HDR.
Hey, I have a question.
HDR.
With the new update, did all your skills for your cars reset?
They gave me some of the skill points. I guess that they said something about it. I didn't really look into it too much.
I saw some people that had like 4,000 skill points back and stuff like that from all their cars. I was curious whether everybody was getting that or if it was like a glitch.
Well, it said something about it, but I didn't really get into it. As long as I still have my my Adidas Lamborghini Gallardo, I'm happy. But not only that, I went back and I started the Master Chief Collection. I beat every one of those, like Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Master Chief Collection, but I didn't do it with the playlist that goes automatically all the way through all of them. So I never got that achievement. So I started that. So I started Halo 1. Um, I did jump around a little bit, like outside that playlist, and I went into Halo 2, and I gotta say, the Halo 2 anniversary, again, with the 4K HDR update, visually holds up incredibly well. I was really shocked, to be really honest with you, how it looked playing the game, and I got into that. I've been playing, let's see, one of the best Tom Clancy third person shooter out there right now. And yes, that is Ghost Recon Wildlands. I started getting into that, and that is a lot of fun as well. I finally figured out that when I have to go take over an area or something like that, I just go hijack a military helicopter and with twin Gatling guns and just hover over wherever I got to take over, and just shoot every single enemy that pops out of the building. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That sounds so exciting.
What else have I been playing? Sea of Thieves as well.
I was just gonna say that. Definitely Sea of Thieves.
Yep, Sea of Thieves. I did a live stream with OhSnapsukaz. I don't know if you heard of her, people. You might wanna check out her mixer. I think she's on YouTube as well. I'm not too sure, but you definitely track her down. Let's see. We had Mooch in there. We had Tima. I think at one point in time we had Blades, right? Did Blades jump in on that one?
No, he said he had his quarter on the table, but I don't. I think
he was waiting.
He might have after. I don't remember. Holy shit. Maybe after the fact, after Mooch.
It feels like it was so long ago, and it really wasn't. I've been working a lot of hours at the vape shop. I am thoroughly confused.
Xbot hasn't had a day off. He's
doing the vapality. That's it.
My whole life is a vapality right now. But yeah, so I've gotten around on my Xbox, played quite a few kind of like different types of games.
Okay, time out, Bot. Blade said nope, no spots opened up. They definitely did, but you weren't there. You left the Xbox life. I think you had to work or something in the morning.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I did too. It was funny, that stream, I opened up the vape shop. I worked all day and I closed the vape shop. I got home. I didn't even eat dinner, and I threw on OBS and we started streaming Sea of Thieves. That was a crazy day.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, so like I got some gaming in. There was a couple live streams, stuff like that. I got to give a huge shout out to the Don, and definitely an apology. We were supposed to stream Halo 5.
Yeah, you're a dick. I went on his stream and someone was like, oh yeah, Xbox on Halo. But anyway, continue your story.
Well, no, what happened was we tried to get in. I kept getting kicked out when we were together, right? And so we switched it up, and I was controlling our kind of like in-game party, and the Don got kicked out. So, after a while, we finally got into a game. I think we played one game, and then the very next game, in the middle of competitive arena, I got kicked out. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm just not going to stream it.
I'm done. He's like, I'm done.
We tried like 5 times. We got one complete round in. That kind of percentage is absolutely horrible. And I don't want to get upset. I don't want to get mad. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to move on for the night. Pretty much.
Xbox will just shut his whole system down so he doesn't get mad.
Yeah. Like there's no need to rage. Games are supposed to be fun. If you start getting upset over it, maybe it's time to take a walk, go outside, get some fresh air, do something else.
Unless it's winter, then you don't go outside. At least I don't. I try not to.
Even winter air is fresh.
Take a walk and vape. That's what he's gonna do.
There you go.
On that thing until no end. Just get his blood pressure down or up.
You just made that sound really bad.
Did he though? Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
I don't know if he said puff or suck, and I was just like, ah. Okay. So,
Ew.
yeah. Xbot, you forgot we played Gang Beasts. That was
yeah,
pretty freaking epic.
Oh my goodness! I had Lady Foxfire on my head trying to twist the head of my character off. At least that's what it looked like. Like like that was insane.
We had a really, really great group on Gang Beasts on Thursday. That was so much fun. Of course, Mel was being a wino that day, and I never drink, so my face, like if you watch the beginning of the stream towards the end of the stream, my face is like progressively redder and redder, and there was so many laughs and so much fun. It was just like awesome, except for Crystal was evil. We had Blades there, we had Yobi, we had Foxy, we had Lucifer, Xbot, me, I forget who else. I don't want to be a jerk, but I can't remember everybody. I'm sorry.
Kept coming after me, but Crystal though.
There was a random named Crystal, and they were just mean. They were
Crystal
just like
won 99% of the time. Yeah.
Crystal was evil, and then yeah, we had a lot of fun that night. And then I played Sea of Thieves, of course, with Xbot, Mooch, and I don't remember who else. I
kind of love you too, AP. I was just saying.
I kind of love you all.
Rap battles again.
Rap battles was fun. Getting drunk and doing rap battles. Oh God, no, never mind. And then of course I played some PUBG. I've been diving back into that. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 11, but I did see Daz said that MK11 is trash. And earlier,
well, he said MK111, so I think he got like early access to Mortal Kombat version 111.
No, I think he meant 111 because he plays one character in 11.
Oh,
wow.
And he uses one move.
No, it's actually two moves. You have to teleport and then you uppercut with the sword. Teleport, uppercut with the sword. But yeah,
what?
Yo, Van, on that note, I guess I won the poll as kind of like his
and then Tyler and Timma were there. Damn it. Those are the people I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's all right. It was your turn.
Chelsea was there. Holy shit.
Yeah, she was.
It was just so many people. Holy crap.
She was there kinda. Like, she was talking in the beginning, and then, after a while, she got quieter and quieter.
She's just like, stop killing me, and then she would be gone for like 20 minutes, not say a word until she had to scream at somebody.
Yeah, it was funny towards the end when Foxy's character was there, like, every round, even though she had to leave. And you and Timma were acting like her bodyguards, like nobody could throw her off.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember me with on the freight, like the freight boxes that were hanging in the air. I'm just like walking over, tipping her body, and people got serious, man. You and Timma were like, no, don't you dare,
don't you dare touch Foxy. Don't worry, Timma sent Foxy a message saying that she got some wins, and she was like, well, how did I do that?
For your enforcement of bodyguards, is pretty much what it was.
Tim was over on Mixer. He let me know that this wasn't Gang Beasts, and I forgot to change the title. I am a failure. But yeah, we had tons of fun, and Tim was the fourth person who played on Sea of Thieves with us. But yeah, I don't know. I just enjoyed having time to play some games this week. That was fun. And now that I take Mondays and Tuesdays as my early days, I have a little bit more time for gaming,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I will let you know the next time that we're playing Game Beasts and Foxy leaves, but her character's there, I'm throwing that character off, just chucking.
You know what? I will let you if you give me $5. How about that?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Do it anyway.
Are you though? Okay. All right. So guys, let's talk about some gaming disorder. I know recently, like, we talked about the gaming disorder. Geez, how many months ago? Was it last year sometime? I'm not even sure. What's up, Mugs? What's up, Timma? It was a while ago when they started bringing this gaming disorder stuff up, and we were like,
it's disease. What? They have classified it as a disease.
Nonsense.
I'm just saying.
Officially a disease. I don't know who gets to decide that, but the WHO World Health Organization did.
Oh, I see what you did there. I don't know who. WHO. I like it. I like it.
So, what is gaming disorder, guys? Gaming disorder is defined in the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases as a pattern of gaming behavior, digital gaming, or video gaming characterized by impaired control over gaming, increased priority given to gaming over other activities. Maybe I just don't like other activities, but whatever. To the
That
extent
sounds like
that,
addiction, not a
Yeah.
disease.
to the extent that gaming takes precedence over the interests and daily activities and continuation or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. That really does, Van. You like hit the nail on the head. That doesn't sound like it to me. When I think of disease, I think of something like bad, like your
Polio.
Okay, polio or skin peeling off, leprosy. I don't know what it is.
There's a
Fucking-
specific skin peeling off leprosy, by the way.
It's not funny, but this is serious stuff. Like I think of I don't know, debilitating things that will hurt somebody. That really affects their life. Not saying, "Oh, I have a gaming addiction, so that's going to be classified as a disease." That makes no sense to me. What's up, Bob?
No, I was gonna say I'm taking a couple things from this. First off, correct me if I'm wrong here, but once they claim something is a disease, we've seen government try to get their hands inside the gaming industry for a long time.
Uh-huh.
I feel like when they diagnose something as a disease, that it leaves a way for them to kind of get their greasy little mitts into the gaming industry and try to make changes, right? That's one thing. And I want to hear what you guys think about that, because once they deem it as a disease, then it's like, well, we got to go in and try to do this and try to do that or whatnot. And before you know it, they are controlling your content. All right. Another thing is, I don't understand why they would deem video games, like excessive video games, as a disorder when people using their cell phones for games, apps, everything like that. I'm talking about walking around like absolute zombies, always having their nose in their cell phone. And you mean to me that is a way bigger issue.
No, but that's what they want us to do.
Well, yeah. Then now we're gonna go into the whole kind of conspiracy theory stuff like that. But I'm saying if they are genuinely concerned about people,
Time out. Jago said if you're pissing on yourself playing Fortnite, you got issues.
I usually lean to the left, and whoever's sitting on the left, I piss on them while I'm playing. I don't play Fortnite. I'll say PUBG while I'm playing PUBG.
Are you marking your territory?
All I have to say is if you're using Facebook while you're at the dinner table, then you've got issues.
A lot of people
really?
do.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that's an issue though.
See,
Yeah.
see so that's what I consider disease right there.
So the category of 11, that's what I'm going to call it, is basically the same wording as if you had a gambling addiction.
Yes, that's what they're
Okay.
classifying it under.
So the problem I have with that is that are you really spending money like that? Number one. I mean, we think of addictions. We think
So,
of
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jago. Jago said if you're falling off cliffs playing Pokemon Go. Why is this funny?
we have
Actually,
all
Jago, that's
seen
not
that.
an issue. That's not an issue because if that happens, anybody who is having that issue, the issue goes away when they take that step.
Continue,
Let's be real.
Crispy. I'm so
But
sorry.
guess what? They're classifying that part as gaming. Okay. The problem is that social media involved can have us doing the same thing. All right. And why, in God's name, are you going to tell me that something that we most of us do generally for fun? Yes, there are people that are crazy into it, but that doesn't mean that it controls their complete lives. You're gonna go and classify this with with gambling, I mean, I've seen people because they win once turn into I'm gonna win 100 more times.
Yeah.
This is, you know,
Yeah.
gaming, yes, it involves winning, especially if you play, socially and you do multiplayer and everything else. But in the end, you're not gaining anything from it. I mean, yeah, you could be in esports or something like that, but that's basically your profession at that point.
Yeah, you have to
So
actually be good at it. But all right, so
exactly.
if you're
So it
gambling,
requires skill,
if you're gambling, like people have a gambling addiction, they keep taking their money until they have none. That's why they have a whole phone line for this. So I'm waiting for the gambling addiction phone line. I mean, the gaming addiction phone line. But
So
the people, they go broke taking all their money, savings, everything, college for their children, and put it into gambling.
yes,
So
and it doesn't really truly require skill. It actually requires luck.
yeah, it's
Okay.
luck it all together. 100%. You're right.
I just want my yearly gaming flu shot.
It's just pure mercury.
Well,
Mercury.
for the chat,
Mercury.
they did say disease. Okay, they really did, and I am appalled by it. The World Health Organization is like the ones that go like for like MRSA and like all these crazy diseases. Why in God's name are you like even classifying this?
Mm.
And it's because when it goes back to Xbot, they want money for it. And it's like me saying, okay, I can't go to work on time or something like that. I have a gaming disease. I mean, come
You're
on.
getting talked over by the mechanical keyboard, by the way. I just want to let you know that, Crispy. Our other panel member, the mechanical keyboard, is interrupting you, and you should probably be upset with him or her. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It
I was
is
listening.
It is just it. That's it. That's all.
I know. I know why they came up with it being a disease is because there's 100 million gaming players waiting for, still waiting for greatness.
Oh.
Ouch.
Wow.
Low blow.
Oh.
Xbot,
No,
answer JT Gamer, please. He's talking about TVs, and I don't do TVs. I just ask you.
Dude, at the end of the day, man, JT, I always tell you, like, get what's within your means. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to stretch yourself out too thin. If you want to upgrade to 4K HDR, I do say that HDR is a game changer. Like with the Xbox, I haven't really seen anything like PS4. I haven't seen the HDR kind of like implementation on the PS4, but HDR is a game changer. It looks great, and if you can swing it, yeah, do it, man. Like, just be happy with your purchase at the end of the day. But Ohsnaps, getting back to this whole kind of like this gaming as a disease thing. There's another 2 points.
Okay.
Just 2 points, real quick. I want to put up. First off,
Who did that?
they put this through because let's be honest here. This caters to kind of like the lazy parent society that's out there right now.
Mhm.
Because if they deem this as a disease, we all know this society is going to shit to the point where people don't even really monitor what how much time kids are playing games, what type of games they're playing, and stuff like that. And of course, the parents are going to be like, "Yo, disability and stuff like that. We might be able to collect money here."
Yeah.
And my kid's gonna stay happy doing what they want, and they're allowed to pass it through like that. Plus, when it comes to money, I was watching kind of like this documentary about the United States and its economy, and one of the big things that keeps its economy running is disease and illness, and not necessarily curing,
Oh no,
but-
not at all. There's no curing. That's bad.
but kind of like maintaining, having medicine to be taken for the rest of their life, stuff like that. And when they can create more diseases and stuff like that, that's more money that's being put back into the economy, all that good stuff. It's a really horrible kind of like cycle that is here in the United States, but it is a real life thing, and this is just another added kind of like cog in that wheel of generating money to make the country look good.
It's a big circle of bullshit. That's
Yes.
It's a circle jerk of bullshit.
Whoa,
Yes.
you could have left the jerk part out of there, Xbot. But
But it
you know,
sounded better. I think it
Well,
sounded. Crispy, did
okay.
it sound better?
I think it did.
Thank you.
Honestly.
you
He
really
said
didn't
what I
have to
wanted.
agree with
He,
him.
he said what I wanted to say, but I'm trying to keep it a little PG
There you
because
go.
it's
I
pretty
appreciate you.
ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous that you're going to. I've experienced like alcoholism. I've experienced like drug addiction,
Mhm.
everything else, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that this is the same thing? That is bullshit.
Mhm.
And I don't care what anybody says. All right, I've been addicted to gaming for my entire life, and apparently I'm not able to do anything else. That is bullshit.
Well, Tim has
Okay.
suggested we get sick days for game launches. I
Well,
think that's
what I'm
fair.
saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's gonna come down to. It's a cash grab, like Xbox said. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your child's addicted to gaming, or you're addicted to gaming. You can't function without gaming.
Mhm.
So, I get to collect whatever from the government. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
You
Are you
guys,
kidding me?
I think we should just blame this on Fortnite and call it a day, honestly. Because
That is a great point, actually.
Yeah.
I just
that's-
blacked out the last 5 minutes, and I don't know whether it was my ADHD or if it was my gaming addiction.
I think it was your gaming addiction, honestly.
Pop those meds that they told you to pick up for your gaming addiction / disease.
What
and you'll be
what
okay.
are the meds for it? Playing
ain't
more
gonna get
games,
no
you get
Ritalin.
your, I don't know, but like, all right,
Oh,
so,
they'll be out. They'll be out soon. Trust me.
all right,
But,
wait,
no,
stop.
my bad. Oh,
It's okay. So
Come
Jesse Darby says, "Yeah, I'd blame damn Fortnite." Oh, and he
Yeah.
didn't say blame. I was reading Z Black Riders blame and Jesse Darby at the same time. Butcher said blame tariffs. All right, guys. So we have an 11-year-old. He is diagnosed with ADHD. He's diagnosed with oppositional something and something else, right? He goes in to talk to the doctor guy, man, therapist, right? And literally every single thing that this kid talks to him about is video games until he redirects his attention and says something about real life. And then somehow it goes back to video games every freaking time. Okay.
That's
But he does
exactly
that
the
nor-
same way my son is.
Yeah.
He does that normally as well, and I will.
But he's
say,
not
when it-
diagnosed with a gaming disorder or
Not
disease
yet.
or anything.
Not yet. They just put this about as like a disorder or whatnot. It's only a matter of time because, and let's be honest here, like when it comes down to it, that's all he does talk about is video games. But it's up to us, me and you, as the parents, to regulate what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
being parents. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
yeah, that's
Ooh.
the whole
Hard.
thing. Like, I'm not expecting the government to jump in and say this or that or anything about any of the kids in this house. I feel it's our responsibility to do what's right and to raise them properly and to let them know, too much of any one thing
Mhm.
is bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've lowered the amount of time that they play on
Adult diaper
video
disorder.
games. I was ignoring that. I
Yeah,
was just
it's
laughing in my
ADD.
head.
Come on, man. You don't have ADD?
Everybody has some type of attention deficit disorder, especially in the world we live in at this point in time. People are so obsessed with their phones. Listen, I know Xbot what you're gonna say. I don't have my nose in my phone all the time, but
I wasn't saying anything, but guys, I don't do that. By the way, I'm just saying.
okay, but there are so many people, like, over time it just became accepted to have your phone in your face consistently. Why isn't there a disorder for that? Why aren't we doing anything about that? The only thing we can do is actually put our phone aside, but I have my phone in my hand right now. Okay? But there
Put it
is a
down,
major
lady.
issue in this world that we live in today that, and it's 2019, so all of a sudden just shit's accepted.
Well,
And
that's-
They just need to make phones completely AR style. And so that way you're always looking through your phone. So that way you're not looking at the ground or anything else. You can always see your surroundings.
I'll never pick that up. I'm sorry. It is.
That's
is
that
so.
Google. What is it? Google Glass. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, they
All
tried
right.
it.
I
Right?
watched a
They
movie
tried
with
it.
a girl wearing those, like the whole movie. I don't remember what the hell it's called, but it was kind of stupid. I
Let's
pick
be
bad
honest.
movies.
Technology has taken over our lives. All
Mhm.
right, and there's not calling out that the phone or anything else is a disease, but all of a sudden gaming is.
Mhm.
And I directly look at how are you going to say what you think you do when, especially most of the people that are doing these this is a law, this and that, are actually from like the 70s, the 60s, you know what I mean? These are people that have no clue, and yet you're going to single out one single thing, which is gaming, not just, using social media or anything else, and you're going to say that that's a disorder, disease, whatever you want to call it, addiction, and it's ridiculous. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. It's totally ridiculous, and it is totally a cash grab. We can't sit here and say it's not, because in the end, there is going to be at some point that something in our country or another country is going to adopt the fact that it is a disease,
Mm.
and they are going to shell out money to that person
Yeah.
because they have a problem. They have a problem. It's like, come on, alcoholism, drug addiction. I mean, I've
There's
watched.
actual
I mean,
problems in the world, and here we are saying gaming isn't a
exactly.
disease
There
now
you
at this
go.
point, and it's ridiculous. And the thing is, like, how about we focus on like ourselves? Like, I'm sorry, I see more people being enveloped in their phones more so than playing video game. And I don't know anybody who's actually sat in front of their games and had a diaper on or refused to get up and go to the bathroom because they're playing a game.
Oh snaps! I just
But
poop in the corner of our bedroom. It's over in the corner.
please
Don't
don't make a
go.
mess.
Don't go over by the closet. That's all I gotta say. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
So
That's my
do
part
you
of the room.
yell, Mel, toilet?
Assholes.
He sits on one of those little baby ones, like just sits on it.
It's called a potty, okay? We don't have potties.
Every time you hear me yell 360 no scope, it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing.
You
man.
just yelled that the other day, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
That's why there's a package of baby wipes right next to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have never known anybody personally who has had any type of gaming addiction. Like we all love our games. We buy games, we play games, but at the end of the day, this seems like some serious bullshit. And I agree with Bot about the cash grab. So they have more reason to bring people into psychologists, more reason to give them meds, more reason for everything to just make it worse and worse for someone developing and growing up like a child. Like the kids here, they love video games. All kids love video games if you let them play them, but they have to learn that. And as Xbot explains this to the kids over and over, that there's reality and then there's fantasy, and it's definitely the parenting. You can't just give your kid a phone, say, here's some Fortnite, and then your kid is now, he's got a problem because you allowed it.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, you allowed it. Like, even parents were playing Fortnite, and then they got mad when their kids spent mad money. I got an echo coming through.
I don't hear it.
Oh, well, I do. But anyways, they got mad when their kids spent their money on the freaking Fortnite skins. But you're the one who gave your kid the phone. You're the one who allowed them to do this. It's about watching
And
them
you
and making
didn't
sure
regulate it. You didn't get into what they were getting into, like the kids. Like the oldest he talks about Destiny 2 a lot, right? And I get tired of it, but I hear what he has to say. Even the younger ones, when it comes to Fortnite, I might grumble and kind of give a look, but whatever they say about Fortnite, I listen to because I try to get into what they're doing. So if they're talking about like trolling people and stuff like that, I feel like that's like the parent opportunity to be like, well, guys, if you decide that you're gonna go and troll people, the only friends you're ever going to have online are going to be other griefers and other trolls. And just remember that you don't like when that stuff happens to you. So I try to look for, avenues in what they're doing to help teach them as a parent. I don't think a lot of people out there do that today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bot. And Jago was just saying in the chat, there's a girl in England who would pee herself rather than stop playing Fortnite. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to say this. If my kid did that, I'd smack them upside the back of their head and be like, the fuck is your problem? Get to the bathroom. That's gross. And even like Xbot and I, like the kids, we notice they'll rush to finish their dinner so they can get back to their games because we only give them a certain amount of time to play. So when it's dinner time, they have to pause, and then they're rushing their dinner to get back to their games. They don't want to go to the bathroom because they want to stay and play. But if my kid pees himself, I'm sorry, they're going to get popped. I'm not going to hurt them, but I'm going to smack them upside their head. No way. She doesn't have to pee herself. There are many other people. Oh, wow. Butcher fan. No. What's up, Salty?
Wow. Did he just do an R. Kelly reference in the chat?
I don't know if that was necessarily R. Kelly. I was thinking Trump.
Anything.
Or something.
Anything about P right now, it either goes to R. Kelly or Trump. Let's be honest. And, yo, what is up, Salty? Good to see you in the chat with everybody else. Guys, you know what to do. Slap that thumbs up button. Share this out on social media. I don't care if it's Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Like, just put it all out there. Let people know we are having an awesome show right now.
Yeah, we need some more people to be finger blasting that like button.
Woo!
Yeah, finger blast.
Why did you sound so excited, Xbot? He said,
Yeah, it's like,
"Ooh."
well, I was going to tell the people that if you're going to do that, use two fingers because the computer or the cell phone that they're on likes two fingers, okay? Just want to let you know.
No thumbsticks, just saying. There you go.
Wow.
So now that
That's
we're
why
talking,
there's two fingers. There's always two fingers on every Facebook or on every YouTube channel. You ever notice there's one that goes up and one that goes down?
I'm done with you guys. I am so done.
You
I can't
started
keep up
it.
with you. I can't keep up with you guys.
You
today.
helped it. I don't know,
Yeah.
something. All right, so real quick before we go on to any other topics, guys, I don't know about you, but these bots on the Xbox Live are really friggin' pissing me off at this point in time. I am
Hey there, freshman.
they were sending us messages and now they're in the comment section and I can't take it anymore. They're driving me mad. Have you guys experienced getting comments from bots?
Yes, definitely.
It's like recent too.
You know what I do? I can notice their bot. All I have to do is click on their profile, view their profile, and it says 0 gamer score. And I say, okay, time to report you. And that's what I'm doing.
I
And
don't
suggest
even
everybody. I
click on their
suggest
profile
everyone.
anymore.
I know people are having a lot of fun, like messing with them and everything else. But in the end, if you just click report them, and then you put a little comment at the end, like this is a bot. I have already gotten rid of like 3 or 4 that are.
But that
just,
shit
like,
takes forever to put in the comment and stuff. Like, yo, Crispy, I love what you're doing, but let's be honest with how much that has been going on lately. If we report and comment on everyone that does pop up in our chats, we're never gonna play a game anymore.
Okay, so you know how the section that says username, cheating, whatever. How about they just envelop bot? If they can't figure out who's a bot or not, you know what I mean?
And I'm gonna get kicked off Xbox. I already know it. People are gonna report me as a bot. What kind of bot? An X bot. That's right, people.
An MKX bot.
I always just reply with what they say. I just copy and paste it exactly what they say, and then they never respond.
Really? Well, I mean, I look at their picture now, and if someone randomly messages me and they have one of those basic bitch pictures, I don't even bother. But like, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the last 24 hours.
Check out Z Black Rider's comment.
I've got 2 dates already. Just gotta send some travel money. Wow, Z Black Rider. Tell him to send me some travel money. I'll go on a date with him also.
Z Black, I'm sending you some good cologne.
But
brother.
my thing
Good
is,
cologne.
I shouldn't have to sit here and report or block somebody. This should be handled. All right. If I'm paying for a service, why is this not handled? Why are these people sending me messages and replying to my comments? They're able to create an account for free and send me a message. And I've already put in user voice twice. And I don't know, my shit's not getting approved. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I think that Xbox should make it so if you want to send a message to someone, you need to be a paying Xbox Live subscriber or have 1,000 gamer score. 1,000 gamer score, that's one game. There is no reason that these people should be sending us messages. It is aggravating after a while.
It's not limited to just Xbox though. PlayStation gets them too.
I know, but I don't use PlayStation anymore, so it doesn't matter to me. But all right, they should be paying customers to send messages because this is getting out of hand and it's aggravating. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and go block. Like, I get 4 or 5 a day. I shouldn't have to waste my time blocking people. And I don't know, I guess I could just ignore it, but something in my head's like, no, fuck you, you're annoying. And then I get annoyed with them in my mind for no reason. Like, it doesn't even need to go that far. It doesn't.
OhSnaps, it didn't really bother me when it was first popping up, like, back in the day. But now I've noticed that, subscribers to my channel or people who have heard me on different podcasts, they'll send me messages every once in a while, and it goes into that category of, we're not following each other, but there's a message there. And that's where all the bots are. That's now I'm more affected by that because I like to go in there, a couple times per week and see if anybody, is saying hi to me or if they want to play a certain game. They caught me on like Xbox Nation or Crossfire, or they just came across my channel. I like communicating with people like that, right? Mm-hmm. And now I'm just getting like this huge list of, like I said, hey there, freshman, or something like that. And it's like, man, there's got to be some way. There's got to be some type of algorithm that they can put into Xbox Live that will detect,
or like websites that they have like that. You have to like select certain things to make sure you're not a bot or whatever. What is it called, CAPTCHA or whatever. I don't know, something.
Yeah, it's CAPTCHA, yeah.
And I don't think putting messages behind a paywall is an issue because I don't know. I haven't had a free account in forever, but who's really using a free account on Xbox Live and sending messages? Nobody. Like, I just don't foresee that as a thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be entirely wrong. Remember AOL chat rooms? Fuck yeah, E-double-Z.
Oh, Connecticut chat rooms, baby.
Then we'll get into the argument that, okay, you're going to hide behind being able to talk to people on a paywall. So,
I got you, but nobody, like, do you know anybody who is on Xbox that is actually a gamer and they uses messages, but they don't pay for the service? Like,
all right, check this out.
I don't see that.
I pulled up my message requests right now. All right, I have hey there, freshman. I have right in a row from the top. Hey. This call may be recorded.
Oh, nice.
Here's Johnny, which is really weird.
What?
Top of the morning to you. Greetings and salutations. And these are all bots right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right off the top. And it's like 21 hours ago, 23 hours ago, yesterday. And, once it goes into yesterday, you don't have the exact time or anything like that. But, yeah, this is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Someone sent me one. Of course, I was just bored at this point in time. They're like, I like animals more than people.
Here's Johnny.
I was like, I like bacon more than animals. Yeah, here's Johnny's a little fucked up bot.
What part of my gamer tag would make you think I would want to talk to Johnny?
That is really scary. I mean, I get a lot of messages from people, and it's not that I ignore you guys, like actual gamers. It's just, I don't know, like if I'm in a game, I'm not going to reply, and then I feel like a jerk because I don't reply to you guys, and I'm sorry, but like I got one that says null, N-U-L-L. One says, hey. One says, hi. One says, oh, you know what? I think that was someone that got mad at me. It says, apiñas así matas. I don't know what that is. How old are you? That was an actual person. They have a picture on there. And I
What
don't
kind
know.
of picture?
I don't know, but I don't want to click on their thing to
Here's
find out.
Johnny.
Here, hey, I see it's Johnny right there, man. It's weird.
Like, I deleted a bunch of them while I was on Xbox, about a week ago. So I don't remember, but there's nothing that stuck out that was funny, like here's Johnny. But either way, it's still annoying when I'm playing a game and I get a pop-up that someone sent me a message and then it's some fucking bum who's trying to solicit sex for like the bots, It's just aggravating. And I don't think we need to even deal with this. And I don't understand why it's not addressed already.
Oh snap! You want to talk about that bum in real life?
No. This guy, he's a drunk homeless guy. And he told me yesterday, he was like, why are you so mean to me? And I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Can I? Oh,
Go
man,
for it, Bot. Go ahead.
He tried to solicit sex with OhSnaps, right? But it's not what you think. He wasn't offering money to her. He was offering himself for her money. He reversed it. He tried to. He's like,
Oh,
yo,
it's like reverse.
you can have sex with me. You just gotta pay me.
Yeah, right. That's not how it has to work. Sorry. But anyways, like, I don't know.
I think that's
This
great.
dude always comes into my job asking people for money and I kick him out because it's a business, just, standard stuff. And then he said I was really mean and why am I so mean? And then I was just like, I'm tired of people asking me for shit. But then at the end of the day, like I was driving home and I was like, man, am I mean? Like it really bothered me, like deep down to the core.
You should have been like, what? You want a cookie or something?
Oh,
Mushy cookie.
Then all of a sudden they got diabetes. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, are you hungry or not? But anyways, that's beside the point. Starbucks says at the end of the day, Microsoft, Xbox, or whoever needs to redesign the messaging system just because you content creators, podcasters need the organization of it. That would be nice to be able to keep good communication with fans. You know what? I really do like that idea. I mean, I know Xbox is kind of catering to everybody and they got a lot going on, but man, they are slipping and the bots don't really make it very helpful. I do have a quick question before we move on. Do you guys use groups?
Is that what?
groups?
What kind of group?
The groups option on Xbox where you can like
I
look
did.
for groups.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Group sex? What?
Whoa, buddy.
You better
I
stay
do-
on your
I
side
do-
of Connecticut over there.
I do LFG. I do LFG for certain like Destiny 2 stuff and stuff like that. I do looking for group, but not what you're calling the groups. Like they have like the Minecraft group.
Yeah,
I
like
know
we have a CCC group and Xbox has a Next
Next
podcast,
Podcast.
Next Nation it's called. Like we have groups, but I don't ever use them. And I was just curious if anybody else here does.
I signed up for a couple, and then I realized that it was a waste of my time because I never went on, never looked at it, never used it. So I
Mhm.
unsigned up from them all.
Yeah,
I
it's kind
I
of
think
silly.
They're pretty
think it
useless in my
was-
opinion.
it was an attempt for Xbox to have like its own social media.
And then
I
it
think-
failed. No one
And
used
then
it.
yeah, because still everybody's on Twitter right now.
And I think I've said enough. So.
I think it's like I'm done speaking. I'm in the corner. Where's Yobi? I don't know, but like I went on the clubs here like a few days ago and I'm like, damn, I haven't been in the CCC club. There's people that requested to join like a year ago or maybe less. I don't know. I'm just exaggerating right now. But like there's so many different ones that nobody even really uses them anymore. Like, oh wow, the Xbox community, 389 people were there. Next Nation, nobody there today. Crossfire Podcast, one person was there today. But like even the PUBG club, there's 53 out of 50,800 members. That's pretty crazy. Like I feel like this is kind of a waste of space and effort where they could be focusing on fixing our messages. That is
They could be fixing and making the UI a lot more responsive.
Oh,
Be
yeah, and
fixing
they've been
Upload
updating that.
Studio, come on, people.
Yes, there's so many more things you could be doing than having a freaking club hangout spot for people that nobody even uses. But they did update some stuff. I noticed in the party, like it says invite everyone to party versus invite party to game or something. I don't know. It's different. But
At least
yeah,
they didn't give up on clubs yet.
well, they will. Don't worry. After they watch this podcast, which is definitely going to happen. Blade says it's another unsupported left to die service from Microsoft. And I agree. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, people use the ambassadors one or the Xbox community, but that's it. Like, we didn't need our own clubs. Like, everybody went and created them when they came out, and it was all cool. But then you forget about it. It's just like you get a new toy on Christmas. It's the most amazing thing for 24 hours, and then boom, gone. And I don't know, it's like when you're playing games or you're doing YouTube and you're a content creator, it's hard keeping up with like 3 social medias, let alone a club on Xbox and this, that, and the other. Like, I don't keep up with people. I'm very horrible with it. I'm sorry. I gotta go to work.
From experience.
Facts, I do. But what's up, Great Skull? I like the Awesome Screenshots Club. See, you know what? I would definitely check that out. But I don't want to join another club because I'll check it out once, and then after I join it, and then that'll be it. But anyways, I just wanted to know if you guys use clubs, and then somehow turn it around on the fact that it could be linked to them fixing messages. But anyways, let's go on. All right, so guys,
Club sandwiches, not seals.
Club sandwiches.
Not seals.
I said something about the corner and Crispy Bomb, and Yobi just pops up. What's up, Yobi?
Yobi for president 2020.
Woo-hoo! Yes, please.
Oh, guys, did you guys hear?
No.
The live reaction that's going to be held on my channel for Xbox's E3. We are going to be joined live by the legend himself. Yobi Dren is going to be there.
Yay! It's going to be so much fun.
Oh.
So hold up, before we go on, Blade says they had that shit on the E3 stage like it was some good shit. Clap.
Wow, he's clapping like he's in the ghetto.
What? Okay, but you're fired.
I can say that. I can.
Because we're in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Don't judge our life. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Tariffs, guys.
Oh lordy.
All right,
Jesus.
tariffs on gaming. Trump's tariffs. That's how GameSpot started this. Trump's tariffs everyone's gonna blame Trump. I forgot.
Wait
Trump's,
for it.
Could add 25%.
Could raise the cost of gaming, essentially. Console prices, controllers, other Chinese imports. Now, I know Xbot was saying, I just stuttered. Holy shit. Xbot was saying, like, he was talking about, or with someone on Twitter, they're having a conversation.
My brother
about
and Reese
Xbox
from Basement Radio.
Mm-hmm. And they were having a conversation, and Xbox, like, I wasn't too worried about that because I know Xbox isn't primarily based out of China. There's Brazil, and I mean, my only concern would be parts, So,
you're stealing my thunder, lady.
Oh, I'm sorry, Xbox.
Goodness.
Tell us about these tariffs that your friend Donald Trump is gonna impose on gaming.
Well, everybody's talking about like the 25% higher tariffs. Like, we all know there's like this whole kind of like trade war going on between China and the United States, and he wants to add another 25%, and part of that is electronics. So people started freaking out. They're talking like video games. If he does like get this through, it'll be in place by the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So people have started to look towards like what's coming out in 2020, and of course, the PlayStation 5, the new Xboxes will be coming out in 2020. So people are getting upset. They're like, oh man, they're gonna raise the price, and it's a significant like price. If a console is $400, 25% of that would be an extra $100, so it would bring it up to $500, right? So people are like, yeah, I can't believe this. Xbox, PlayStation, they're gonna go up in price, and I had to point out that from the last time I've looked into it, 90% of the Xbox Ones that are made and distributed actually come from Brazil. All right, only 10% are made in China, and I'm thinking that 10% is made in China and distributed within that region of the world.
So
Yes, but NVIDIA and AMD graphics cards are manufactured in China.
okay, and that's where it comes down to is that AMD obviously has like a clear partnership at this point when Phil was on their stage saying, we are kind of partnered, and they do manufacture most of their graphics cards in China. All right. Here's what could happen, and this is a hypothetical. All right. One, we have AMD and NVIDIA. They both manufacture graphics cards for, either or you're gonna purchase one or the other type thing. And they could say, okay, because if you think about it, 25% of $100, $25, that's a lot of money. When you're talking millions of people, that is a lot of money. All right. One of them might say, okay, you know what? It might be cheaper for us to move to the States.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, we heard him. We heard him. He said, "That's right.
Okay.
That's right."
Nice person.
So hypothetically, don't get me wrong, there might be some kind of subsidy that's going to happen because those like hypothetically, a graphic card we'll say is $100. All right, for the Xbox, the new Xbox is going to come out. All right, and if this tariff stays in place, which is depending on if China wants to, negotiate, which they don't seem to want to now. They rely on our market share to
Brother.
make money for themselves.
Brother,
So
I just want to let you know.
That's not good.
All right, Xbox has buildings throughout the world. They have centers throughout the world. When it comes down to it, I know they're working with AMD for what they call their APU or their system on a chip, right? Now, and I know they get them in bulk form, all that good stuff, but there's nothing stopping Microsoft from using another division that's like, say, the Japanese division or something like that to bring the SOCs there, right? Pay for them, have them sent to the Japanese headquarters, and then send them over to Brazil. All right.
and you are correct about that. The problem is
Their
that
manufacturing line, that's the big thing here. Their manufacturing line, there is a manufacturing line in China, but it only deals with about 10% of the consoles. The 90% are in Brazil. So when the console comes off and it gets shipped to whatever distributor or anything like that, it's coming from Brazil. So the interesting thing here is we know Nintendo, their Switches are built in China. We know when it comes to PlayStation, the majority of their manufacturers' lines are also in China. Can you imagine if the next series of hardware comes around, and because of Trump and his 25% tariffs, the PlayStation 5 would have been cheaper than the Anaconda, but because of the tariffs and because Microsoft is going to use Brazil more, that it actually ends up being more expensive than the Anaconda, but less powerful.
okay, and I agree with you on that. The problem is that there's got to be some kind of tipping point where they say, rather than we're going to manufacture in China because of this tariff, we're going to manufacture elsewhere, not necessarily the States, but you're talking, okay, so let's say that graphics card costs $100. You're talking adding another $25 to that. All right. Think about that. You're talking, okay,
I already saw that, brother.
PlayStation, 80 million. What are we talking? You're adding another freaking 20 million to the cost of that. They are probably not going to, say, okay, we're not going to use you anymore because you only have really two options at this point. And they have to figure out what's going to benefit them. The thing about that is that Microsoft's already been doing that. Like you said, they've already been, sending it elsewhere than China. Still
Probably
cheaper, still cheaper labor, but in the end, it's also more beneficial to them because they're not relying on a country that like basically manufactures. I'd probably say 50% of anything we own. I mean, how many times you see made in China? I mean, seriously.
It's
So
everywhere.
Double
Yeah.
D said it right there. If the boards or anything else that is made is shipped to Brazil, there's going to be no tariffs because they're not touching United States soil. The only time that you're going to see that tariff if the end product comes off the manufacturer's line and then comes into this country from China.
And-
I just want to add to that because he said that consoles don't use graphics cards. But honestly, I wasn't sure about that because you know how I feel about tech specs. I'm not one of those people. I was reading prior to the PS4 and Xbox One, they used chipsets, and now they use graphics card and
Well, they use something called system on a chip. It has the GPU and the CPU all built on one chip.
but they do use a graphics card.
It's not a graphics card like you're talking. A graphics card is its own separate GPU.
Mhm.
The GPU has its own board to it, everything like that. Like that is a PC thing. All right.
okay, we could simplify this. It's chip manufacturers. Okay,
Yeah,
I
But
mean
they're
there's
still
both
using
that's why I
AMD.
didn't-
AMD.
Crispy, I didn't correct you, brother. I knew what you were talking about. I went past that and tried to hear exactly what you were saying, man.
Yeah, well, it's seriously, but that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize, like our country and Brazil actually have a really good relationship,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's something that I think
For now. For now.
Microsoft was thinking about. You know what I mean? And that's something. Well, Brazil. I mean, we have problems with Argentina. Everybody else, like they hate us, whatever. But for some reason, Brazil just never has ever come out on the radar. I mean, you could look. You could
For
look
now.
through past news and everything else. Like they've never like said like, oh, we hate them and this and that, because they see the value and being able to provide a product, and they don't sit there like you could be like, oh, we're gonna tax this or we're gonna do whatever. They don't sit there and fight that. Even Mexico. I mean, we heard about Mexico with how many things that we're gonna get taxed, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're gonna do this. And now we haven't heard a word. You
Yeah.
know? And
Well, but
I-
China's a different story than Mexico if you look into the
but,
politics.
I mean, if we look at it, like Trump is just being logical. Like, are we gonna continue this, or are we gonna
Can't
change
beat
it?
Mexico at the border or in trade.
Are we gonna change it? Are we gonna change it? Are we gonna allow them to continue to just, basically take jobs and everything else, or are we at least gonna try? And unfortunately, it has come onto the gaming side of it, which sucks. You know what I mean? Because if you put that 25% up against $100, that's a lot of money.
But
Yeah,
So-
it
that's
is.
the thing when it comes to tariffs. It's not the government who has to pay or anything like that. It's the people buying the products. It trickles down to the consumer, and the consumers are the ones that are actually paying the tariffs.
So here's my
Makes no sense.
hypothetical. No, and I agree with you. I do. So here's a hypothetical. All right, let's say hypothetically, after bulk purchases and everything else, those cards could possibly cost the company, we'll say $9 million. So how do you subsidize that? And it's either you put it into the console sales. So let's say
But all right, so you gotta be here's Crispy. This is what I'm not getting. You gotta be talking about PlayStation and Nintendo. You can't be talking about Xbox because when it comes down to it,
I
even if
said
they're- hold on,
console
hold on.
sales.
Hold on. Okay, because this is the thing that's interesting to me is the fact that Xbox can actually get around this and actually come in with the more powerful system, but without the tariff to the point where the PlayStation 5 could be less powerful but be more expensive because
I'm trying not to look at it as an Xbot. Ha ha ha.
well no but I hear you and but no
Seriously.
I'm looking at it as a console consumer, and I'm like, yo, how weird would that be? You know what I'm saying? All the staging and all the planning that Sony and Microsoft are doing now for these consoles, right? And then tariffs come along, and something that you were supposed to have as, yes, it's not the most powerful system, but it could possibly come in like that middle price range, which would have been attractive to a lot of people.
All right, let me blow your mind real quick. The partnership with Microsoft and Sony. Okay, we've been talking about that the past week. All right. The fact is what if they were thinking of that and they said, okay, we could develop a streaming box that could be as powerful as Xbox and not require all the hardware?
I don't think the PS5 will be that. So if we're talking like within,
I'm just hypothetically saying.
the near, and I am hypothetically saying they're not doing that right now, at least not in the near future. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I like where you're thinking, but it's they're not going that route right now. And the thing was, like, on Twitter, my brother Enrique, shout out to Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Freaking, I love those guys on that show. Enrique, Slow Mo, all those guys. But when he was like, I can't believe this is happening to gaming, and I'm like, well, I just wanted to let him know. I tried to say, well, Xboxes are also made in Brazil, and he's like, well, no, it's Foxconn and all this good stuff, and I had to send him a link that said 90% of Xbox Ones are made in Brazil. That's why South America loves Microsoft and Xbox so much, because when you look at like how companies are run down there in terms of manufacturing jobs and stuff like that, Microsoft is looked at as like, oh my God, they treat us so well. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to the other companies that are down there and shipping stuff out for, employees and stuff like that. And unfortunately, like, Sony wouldn't have any time, and I don't think Nintendo would have any time to move their manufacturers lines outside of China.
So you know what's the funniest part of this? Okay, so not only does Microsoft have the infrastructure for avoiding the tariff for the hardware, okay, but they also have the infrastructure with Game Pass, because we all could sit here all day. PS Now, 70,000. I mean, it's probably at 1 million now. I'll just be hypothetical, and then you have 9 million playing Game Pass. Do you know how to subsidize that? Okay, Microsoft, let's say they weren't doing that. Let's say they were in China. They relied on China for everything, right? So you say, okay, we'll put, instead of $10 a month, we put $10.99. Okay, you're talking practically $9 million, after it's all said and done. All right, they can't even do that because they don't have the infrastructure in place to be able to say, okay, the only thing they could do is add to their price for the console, which is crazy. So in the end, if you want a PlayStation, it might be $500 in the UK, and it might be $625 in America.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's amazing how politics right now and what's going on can affect the gaming industry in such a way. Even if you look at what the Switch is like, what, $300, right? And I know Nintendo has no plans on moving their manufacturing line. These tariffs come into play. All of a sudden, that Nintendo Switch will now be $375 instead of $300. And then what does that mean? The version that they're thinking about coming out with that will be cheaper is not really going to be that much cheaper anymore. And what about the more expensive, kind of like the revamped power module Nintendo Switch that has been rumored as well? Like, this is crazy how much this can affect the console space here.
Well, I mean, I hate to pause you for a moment, but Chris Hart in the chat says bullshit. It's not going to be $600. Microsoft Next Gen is going to be more expensive than PS5. Done and done. Xbox can't afford to take a loss on the next gen console, etc., etc.
Christopher, I know you're a PlayStation fan. I got you, brother. You're a moderator on my channel as well, and I definitely appreciate you chiming in. But a 25% tariff, and Sony's manufacturing lines are in China, whereas 90% of Xbox Ones come from Brazil. which will have no tariff, there is a good possibility if all this gets put into play that the PlayStation, the PS5, could be more expensive than the Anaconda.
Dun dun dun.
That'll be
And-
crazy.
And be less powerful. Oh.
Yeah.
That was a dick move. That was.
Get those lights off.
Yeah, get those lights up. We're done.
Man, you are doing very well, must say. You are doing very well with that. I'm just saying.
Bong, 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 bing.
I don't know, but like, does Trump have anything he needs to add about this?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
how
he needs
How
to.
about you, Butcher fan? I was gonna say Blades fan.
No, it's a pretty good combo so far.
Oh.
But Butcher, do you see what I'm saying on this? How this can be a very kind of like interesting twist in the console industry.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I will give a total example. Okay, my company's been hurting. All right, and then Stop and Shop went on strike. All right, and all of a sudden I got a ton of business, like snap of the fingers. This is kind of the same thing. Like all of a sudden you're gonna pay $125 more than for a less powerful console. That would actually weigh into people's heads. Just saying.
I gotta tell Christopher again in the chat. I'm not saying it would be more expensive worldwide, just in the United States because of Trump and the 25% tariff on China.
Here's what Trump thinks of your new Xbox and PlayStation.
Bigger, better, and stronger. Dead.
Wow.
Dead.
It's dead. So I guess Trump moved out of this house and moved in with Butcher Van. So
I see that.
have fun with that.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. I know Blades wanted to join in on the conversation. He just cannot get in the back
He said
door.
tariffs make him moist.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's why you can't be here.
No, that's the humidity in Florida, brother. It has nothing to do with tariffs.
Wow, that's horrible. Someone shave Trump's head, please. Why, Skull Stomper? He needs some type of stuff up there. I don't
Dude, my
really
head
know what
is shaved. I don't want to look like Trump, man.
You don't want Trump
Ew.
to look like you?
Exactly. I like the way you said that better.
Oh, there you go. All right. So, I lost track of what I was looking at. I was like, why is CCC doing it on Saturday? E-double-Z, you don't know what day it is. You're funny. I wish. I mean, in a part of me, I wish it was Saturday so I could do Sunday all over again. But at the same time, it's still my day off right now, and I'll have to work at 5 p.m. Would you still, guys, support the console of choice if tariffs did affect your console of choice? Like, would you still buy an Xbox if there was a 25% tariff on your console? You know, would you still move to the next step up if it was significantly more expensive? And that's given that there's the additional 25% tariff on it.
I would say, yeah. Me personally, I would.
You would say that.
Well, first off, I would be trading my Xbox One X in, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be able to get a trade-in value there. That will probably take care of the whole tariff situation and stuff like that. But again, I am also a gaming YouTuber. Xbox is the platform I prefer, and I feel like I feel responsible for my subscribers to be able to, you know, grab like the new Xbox day one and to go in and show, you know, for people who can't swing it, can't afford it, show like what the user interface is like, if there's any, you know, the ins and outs and stuff like that. Like,
is
the
it worth
beginning of
it?
the generation. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say yes personally.
I'll tell you one thing: they better fix some motherfucking messages, okay? Or I ain't
You're
getting
still
it,
on
even
that,
if it was
people.
$800.
Hey
No.
there, freshman.
But anyways, I'm sorry. I just had a moment.
I'll tell you right now, okay? the only thing that keeps me on Xbox more than anything else is that damn controller. And
The
it
controller.
might be so simple and people might laugh at it, but I cannot. I have a friend who was over this past weekend and I tried to play PlayStation for more than an hour and a half and my hands cramped up. And I'm like, I can't even play this anymore. I don't
Oh,
have
you're
anything
so
to try.
sensitive with your hands cramping up. Aw.
Well, you work with your hands all day and then come talk to me, bro. I'm just saying.
Dude, I
He
used to
plays
work
with
at
vape
deli.
mods all
The
day.
deli at Stop and Shop, brother. In
Yeah,
Stratford. The
hold it,
busiest
hold it,
one.
hold the knife in your hand all day and then come talk to me. I'm just
I
saying.
I would do that as a cart boy, but people looked at me weird. And I think,
But seriously, like that's what it comes down to. Like you have your preferences. Even my friend who has a PlayStation 4 said I kind of miss a lot of things Xbox has on their interface, which is kind of funny. Like simple things like like when I try to join a party, it takes like 15 minutes on PlayStation, but it takes like maybe at the most 5 on Xbox.
All right, why does it take
it's
15
all messed
minutes
up.
on PlayStation? Someone's doing something wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, and that's what he said. He's like, I kind of miss Xbox now that I've been, because he's a big Final Fantasy fan. He loves it, and he's like, I miss Xbox because I can't even like talk to people half the time. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't play it, but when he's telling me these simple things that he's missing, I'm like, these are like luxuries, or we actually take it for granted. And I mean, I think at least you and Xbox know that like we just don't play PlayStation and we don't know these things anymore.
That's
Like
true.
and like that simple luxury of having a controller that fits my hand perfectly and has the thumbsticks placed the way they are actually becomes a factor to me. Like, can I play Gears? Like, let's say Gears is on PlayStation and Xbox. Can I play Gears for 6 straight hours and not have any like feeling like oh, my hand's cramping up?
Well,
or
you
something?
can't play Gears
was
on your
just thinking that.
PlayStation, so
I was just thinking that, OhSnap.
I'm sorry. I just had to put that out there.
I said hypothetically.
Oh,
Check out.
I missed that part. My bad. But Gears
must
still
have cut
is.
out with your
Crispy,
earphones.
did you take LSD before the show? Because your hypotheticals are going all over the place, brother. You are
I think
seeing
you're just
things.
not
Hi,
hearing me.
Foxy.
I wonder if the chat's hearing me. That's all that matters.
Who heard him
Not
say
you.
hypothetical?
I don't
Grandpa.
care about you. No.
Oh, snap. All right, guys, you know what? I'm listening to this controller shit, and I'm just pouting over here because I've never had an Elite controller, and I still want one. Even though
You said a while back. You said a while back you were gonna buy one. What happened?
I don't know monies, and then when I have money, I'm like, no, I'd rather buy a foot waxer. Don't judge me.
Well, there you go. How much that foot waxer cost?
You can use.
I don't want to talk about it.
to control your game. Yeah, how much did it cost?
I said I don't want to.
I don't even know.
$52.99, and it came with the wax. Okay,
Oh, well,
and it's for your hands too.
She was a third away there to get a freaking Elite controller.
Excuse
Come
me,
on now.
Mel's been doing great with her attitude. You know why? Because she's been pampering herself. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, I wish Daz was in chat right now.
What?
Yeah, listen to this.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
All right. Hold on, I gotta address something. Z Black Rider said, "What the hell is a foot waxer?" All right. Jago said, "What?" So I went to the nail place the other day. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story that's stupid girl shit right now. Okay.
Oh, hold on. I gotta get some water or something.
Can you bring me some? Thank you.
Let me put it on mute real quick.
Wow. Okay. Never mind. Anyways. Xbox really went. Oh no, that was one of the kids.
Go ahead with your story.
No,
you
I'm
didn't hear
good.
the door.
No. You know what? Yeah. Who is it? Z Black Rider.
You can keep that for
Yeah,
the
you'll
you
never
and
know.
Chelsea show.
The me
See,
and Chelsea
we
show
go
that
on
doesn't
all
happen
night.
anymore. Anyways, I got a foot waxer, and Chelsea says she's in the chat. Chelsea, if they knew what the hand waxing was about, they'd know why I got a foot waxer. Okay, it's foot in hand, but I don't want to stick like both in because it's kind of weird. But whatever, haters. So anyways, we're gonna touch on one more of our topics, and then we gotta go, guys.
Already?
Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock.
Well, there's no more
Uh,
Game of Thrones. Everybody was so happy with the season
I didn't give a
finale.
shit about Game of Thrones. Whiteley controller still holding strong. Rubber grips. Aw, see, I need a controller. Anyways, with E3 approaching, how are you guys doing with dodging leaks? Have you heard any leaks? What? Wow, you know what? You're stupid. Do you want leaks? Let me know, guys. Crispy.
I don't want to know, and I've seen leaks about my favorite game, of course, but they're all kind of the same.
Uh
I just want to see
Halo?
it. Yeah, Halo. There you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
See, I like
Yeah.
you even better now.
yeah. No, it's Gears 5. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, if you look at it, I mean, what's the most relevant game coming out this year? It's Gears 5. Yeah.
Ori and the Will o' the Wisps.
Yeah, there you go. You enjoy that, and I will give you props. I will do a little subtle hand clap for you, but I'm good with that. Like I'm totally hyped for Gears 5, and they have kept it under wraps. And you goddamn know there's going to be something great on E3.
All right, hold up.
Really,
Christopher Hart says Xbox better not lose E3 to Sony this year. You're funny. They already did. Oh, Sony already lost. But anyways, can I just say I really hate leaks? Like it kind of ruins the experience for me of E3 when I see something leaked that I really just wasn't expecting, but it makes me excited, but I get pissed off. Is that
Okay.
weird?
Okay, but if you're expecting it, like I mean, last E3 for PlayStation, I mean, yeah, there was a couple things that were unexpected, but in the realm of things, you knew that these certain games were going to be like showcased, and you got them, and they basically told you like years before because that's what they do. A couple E3s ago, oh, Last of Us 2, oh, this and that. And then they kind of like, oh, I'm not going to do it this year, so then you forget about it. You know what I mean? Microsoft don't even do that. They just say, okay, we're not even going to talk about it. We're not talking about it. And it's 2 hours and what, a quarter, something like that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go and have that much time, and you're not gonna have some showcases. You might see your Halo Xbox. Just saying.
Oh, I'm going
They
to.
might throw that right out there because they already put out that little thing, and then now they might throw it in there.
Bonnie Ross and some other person. They already announced that they're going to be on stage for the next Halo. So that's pretty much already said and done. Like they came out and said that.
If they do what I think they're gonna do with it, I might actually play it. I might actually play it because last Halo I actually played is Halo 3.
Well,
I feel bad for you then.
Well,
Oh,
anyways, let's stay on track here, guys. And I'm just gonna put this out there. If anybody, we got 2 weeks, okay? Anybody throw some leaks out there, I'm fucking blocking you guys on Twitter. Do you understand? I'm blocking you. I don't care who you are, Xbox. You want to throw a leak out there, I'm blocking your ass too.
Well, see, I use our personal DM to get the topics ready for next podcast.
I blocked that too.
There's usually stuff in there that like. Good thing you don't read them, and you.
I really don't.
You respect the next podcast in terms.
I heard you were throwing out fake leaks yesterday.
Well, no, what I see, and that's where I was waiting to chime in on this.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
And I feel like this year is a little bit different than the last couple of years.
Excuse me. Oh shit.
Bless you, by the way.
Here, I got cold.
Oh wait, you don't have the other console competitor there. Oh, that's why it's different.
No, well, I mean that, but I'm not going to state the obvious. All right, because no, but usually, like the last couple of years, they've been pretty much on point with their quote unquote leaks. This year, the leaks and rumors are all over the place. To be really honest with you, so I feel like you can cover them and you can say which ones you feel are relevant, which ones might happen. But at the end of the day, even with everything that has supposedly come out, you don't really know. And I think that's pretty cool that it's so scattered, it's so like wide range on what Microsoft and Xbox are going to do at E3 that you don't really know. And I feel like we can go into the show, we could be excited, and I still feel like we will be surprised at certain things that are
That
obvious.
is true. That is true. We will be surprised, Bot, but I freaking hate leaks. I get so mad
Do
when
you hate the leaks?
you
I
know,
do.
you know who doesn't hate leaks? Donald
y-
Trump.
I wasn't saying mom.
Oh, that was your cue, Butcher.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what it was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Continue,
I don't
Bot.
I don't mind leaks as
Why?
long as it's game leaks. I don't mind.
What other
I don't
leaks could there
prefer
possibly be?
well, I prefer not to have hardware leaks because
Mhm.
it always seems to be that people leak these crazy hardware leaks and they always seems to be like way too powerful for one that the
Mhm.
leak is, and from the history of consoles and generations of consoles, it's never the newest technology that they release when it comes out. It's
Mm.
always a couple years behind what PCs have.
Yeah.
So,
Woo.
like right now, when they're saying that these new consoles are having all this new hardware, you're like, the hardware's not even out for PC yet, and you're talking about this is going to be in the new consoles, you know?
Mhm.
So, that's the thing I don't like, but I'm okay with game leaks. It doesn't bother me.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Some game leak. I like to be surprised, honestly. I love surprises. So if I don't have any surprises, I'll be mad. And there usually is some regardless. But still, like, I don't know. It just irks my nerves. Like, leading up to E3 is always really aggravating because then you got every freaking YouTuber covering the same fucking thing, just like we do here. Only we have a different distorted opinion about things. We're kind of unique, you know? But it's like people are just throwing out video after video about this one fucking thing. And then I don't know. I get aggravated around E3 time. I get really anxious and I try to stay off the social medias because
Honestly,
I don't
honestly,
know. I don't like seeing it.
my job has prevented me from doing that as well. Like putting out
What?
kind of like the same thing that everybody else has been putting out.
He been working with his hands. I'm just saying.
Ooh, see, that's called full circle. That is good humor right there. I just want to let everybody know, good humor right there.
But in general, like I actually like leaks because half the time they're wrong, and I always enjoy when I'm expecting something and it doesn't happen. I mean, we're all expecting some kind of Halo, some kind of Gears, you know what I mean? And they could blow our minds, one of them, if not both of them, you know. And on top of that, you have the crazy crew that is being developed for the initiative. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but people are saying those are only for AA Game Pass games, even though they're hiring like the best talent out there in the industry.
and I laugh at it, and it's hilarious because I mean, clearly that whole thing has been developed just to make a great game, and clearly people coming away from probably well-paying jobs to come there are definitely thinking we have an opinion, we have a thought process, and we're going to do it. And I think that's what Microsoft is going about. Like, yes, you're going to have your AA games because they are investing in subscription-based services, and you need to have something that's going to release all the time. You know, so if you could develop a game in 6 months that is pretty decent, people are going to play it. They might hate it, they might talk shit about it, but in the end, there are going to be a lot of people that are still playing it. It's just like Netflix. We all don't agree on what, you know, the best freaking show is from Netflix originals. And you could sit here and be like, "Oh, you know, like they should all be great." Well, maybe not to everyone. We're not all the same. Hello world, you know?
Are you
So
sure?
well, I mean, sometimes I think we are when I look on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I agree with this. I agree with this. Well, guess what? I agree the fact that I don't want to play PlayStation because they have no multiplayer based exclusives. They don't. Okay? We
Mhm.
can stay here all day and talk about how great their games look. But in the end, if I spend 20 to maybe 30 hours playing that game, I'm done with it. And I'm not spending $60 on that. I'm sorry.
Are
Yo,
you
shout out to
sure about
Christopher
that?
again. Yo, brother, we're not on mobile devices, but you're saying you don't need monthly transactions to play freaking video games. What do you think Sony's gonna be doing with the Azure cloud platform? Coming out with a subscription to stream games, brother. You got to think before you talk in the chat, man. I'm just saying.
Flames are coming up. You know, Xbox is all about the flames. The flames are coming up
Didn't
over.
Sony already have a subscription to play games, stream
They
them?
They
do.
had
PlayStation now.
Okay,
they had a
PlayStation now.
subscription before Xbox. If you didn't know,
Oh no, Xbox is completely wrong for that though. But anyways, carry on.
Oh, okay. They're not pushing it. Not yet. They don't have the infrastructure yet, brother. Wait and see, man. At the end of the day, these companies are just that. Companies. Their main goal, a corporation's main
Take our
goal,
money.
is to make money.
Take
All
their
right,
money.
and
wait, console gaming is niche, bro.
it is. It is. Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Isn't mobile gaming niche? Really?
Well, mobile gaming has the casual market, which means it has a lot more users than the console space.
Oh, that's why all of a sudden we're seeing some games from Microsoft Studios going to mobile.
Well,
But
with the streaming, what they're thinking about with the streaming to multiple devices is these guys, like they're playing like these light games on mobile and stuff like that. They've never had the option to stream console quality games to multiple devices and everything like that. So they're trying to get in on there, like, hey, we have high quality games that you can play where you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just speak real quick? Chris Hart in the chat says you need to pay money just to play freaking Fortnite on Xbox, on Sony PS4. Fortnite is free. What? Free. All right. So the thing is, they put a game on there free so they can get people over there and get them paying, because you have to create an account. And then they're going to send you a million emails. Trust me, I know, because I still get them. All right. And they're trying to make you a customer. All right. Whereas we had the Fortnite game before it even went into Battle Royale. All right. We paid for the game. We didn't have to. We chose to. No one ever plays that, right? But the game is still free for people who are paying. There's really not much of a difference other than, yeah, like you can play it if you don't have, what the hell is it? PS Now? No.
PlayStation Plus.
PS Plus, right? So yeah, you can play it, but their ultimate goal is to make you a subscriber. So of course they're gonna try to toss some crumbs at you and say, "Hey, here's a free game. You can play it free on PlayStation," but then they're gonna bombard you with the subscriptions and trying to get you in other ways. It's marketing.
called spamming.
It's
They're
marketing,
spamming
really.
you. They're spamming you though. If it's in your messages, your email,
They're
it's
tossing you a
spamming.
bone and saying, "Here, come catch
Well,
it."
yo, the funny thing is, Christopher is saying, well, he doesn't pay to play Fortnite on his PS4, but I'm pretty sure he has a PlayStation Plus. So
Oh, yeah.
what does it matter
Oh, yeah.
to him? If he's already paying to play other games online, it would just roll Fortnite into that as well.
Yeah, and there's
So,
no way he's this PS soldier over here and he doesn't pay, because I can
I know
guarantee you
you
do.
and Christopher have a real good friendship growing. I can hear it.
No, he's not cool.
OhSnap.
I
She
like
doesn't
his
have the stamina.
fanboyism, and we kind of go back and
Very
forth, but he's
long
cool
and very
people.
hard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, she's sweet.
Why is it very hard, Trump?
You know what? Timus has a good point. He says Xbox gives you gold for free if you do it right. And I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying they got 3 years of gold for free just by using fucking Microsoft rewards. So that's a really good point, Tima. You don't actually have to pay for it. You spend your money, they reward you. So, I mean, PlayStation doesn't do that. I mean, at least
that's what we call
not that
bing,
I'm
bing,
aware
bing,
of.
Bing,
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 bing.
bing.
You need
bong.
tremendous stamina.
I thought he was going to say you need
One of
Jesus.
my only good traits.
But that's a really good point, Tima. Like, you don't need it,
Very long and very hard.
but... Okay.
Wow.
Yobi has Xbox Live up to 2021, and Yobi did not pay for it to be up to 2021. How many points did you have to save up, Yobi? I'm just curious, because I only got like 8,000 points that I haven't spent, and I'm surprised I haven't spent them because I'm horrible with my money and my points.
Just the tip.
Oh no,
Tip of the
I'm
points.
done. I'm done. Wow, look at the time, guys.
Yeah. Without PS Plus, Fortnite runs bad. Thank you, Brian Wood. Do you know that from personal experience?
Actually, yeah,
I don't know why I was waiting for Brian to actually respond to me
I
out
gotta give Brian Wood
loud.
a shout out, man. Brian Wood on Twitter, yo, he is forever tweeting out anything I tweet out. He is retweeting stuff like that. He is pretty much the most consistent person on my Twitter. So for that, brother, you get a huge shout out, man.
I give Brian Wood also props because he does that to me too, and he's like the first one every time. Like
every time,
like within seconds of a post, it's like boom.
Dude, it's incredible. Absolutely.
It's like he has his fingers on the button like right as it goes.
Yo, for real. Oh,
Hey.
mechanical keyboard
Hey.
is trying to chime in.
You let my mechanical keyboard speak. 3, 2, 1, go, mechanical keyboard. There you go. That's for Chris Hart. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up though. It's been a lot of fun, and I gotta go check on the kids, see what they're up to, get them ready for bed and all that good stuff. And then I was supposed to play Sea of Thieves with Chelsea.
They don't have school tomorrow, lady.
But snap. Okay, cool. Anyways, like I was saying, I was gonna play Sea of Thieves with Chelsea, but Chelsea decided she wasn't gonna download the fucking game yet. And here we are. I'm like, did you download it? And she's like, no, but she has that dial-up internet, so I'm really disappointed in her.
What game?
Huh?
What game are you guys?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves? Oh, wow. I can just imagine you and Chelsea in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I know, Yobi. We had so much fun on Gang Beasts. It was awesome. But yeah, I don't know how you guys don't spend your Microsoft points. I'm always like, I need a gift card, $1.25 off a game. That's how far I get. $1.25, and then I spend them. But anyways, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Butcher Van, you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to?
Yeah, thanks everybody for being active in chat and giving the podcast a big old finger blasting. If anybody wants to chat or talk to me on Twitter, you can. I'm at Mr. Midlife Crisis, or on Xbox and PlayStation at Butcher Van.
Butcher Van.
All
right.
Or on Steam.
Or on Steam?
Yeah.
Nice,
PC,
nice.
whatever.
Okay. Are you sure it's not Epic?
I actually don't have that launcher.
Good. Okay.
I don't like their launcher, and I don't like them in general because I seriously feel like they have security issues.
That's a great point.
So I stay away from it because my son's account for Fortnite gets like hacked into like
we had that happen
3 times
here.
a day.
Ooh, not that many times. The kitty's gonna sing in a moment. Ricardo Willis. My cat's on crack, okay? It does like a double music, and I don't know why, and I apologize if it comes out crazy. Ricardo Willis, thank you for hitting up the super chat. Don't forget Xbox E3 2020, me and you. I think we have a whole group getting together for E3 next year, guys. Just saying, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I do.
I didn't hear anything about this. Is this another thing where
that's because you don't pay attention?
You plan and I find out later? What's going on here?
Surprise! You like surprises, right?
The cat is on get Xbox there. He doesn't fly.
We're gonna make him fly. I'm gonna get him drunk. And yeah, see, Foxy, there is an echo in the stupid cat. All right, so Crispy Bomb, you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to?
At Crispy Bomb on Twitter. And I just want to say prayers for Supersonic, man. Like, he's got the full Monty going on, and seriously, donate, do whatever. I mean, I'm pretty darn sure that that city is just going to be destroyed, and I hope for the best.
Yeah.
And it's really it's disheartening to see the images that he had on there, and I truly hope that everything's okay.
Yeah, I know. I feel really bad for him. If you guys want to check up on him, excuse me, hit him up on Twitter, but he hasn't been on since last night, so we are a little bit concerned because he was like, "Oh, I'll definitely try to be in the chat," and he's been on social media just updating people on the situations and whatnot, and he hasn't been on. And last we know that the levees were gonna break, so his mom's house was destroyed, and she's heartbroken, and their entire neighborhood was destroyed, and then on top of the tornadoes, flooding, the levees breaking and stuff. I guess two parts of it cracked yesterday. I don't know shit about that. I'm not from that area. I don't know about levees breaking really, but obviously they're in a very bad situation. Excuse me.
Basically, I will say this. Basically, they're getting into a situation where it's almost like New Orleans.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's because that's what was keeping the ocean water out in New Orleans was levees.
Yeah.
So, they had the wind, they had the destruction, and then they're getting that too. And I'm really I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I know, I do too. But yeah, hopefully we hear from him soon. I know like they had no power either, so maybe his phone's just dead. So hopefully we'll hear from him soon. And we are doing a GoFundMe. It's in the description below if you guys do want to check it out. It's not specifically for Supersonic. It does go to it's SEMA. But ultimately it goes through the Red Cross to help the area in need. So if you guys want to do that, go for it. They did do a GoFundMe for his mom, for her whole fence because it's not covered by insurance. And her dogs, they'll go run around, and in 24 hours they made their goal. So it's really great to see people come together. I know a lot of them, they are working to rebuild the neighborhood and help each other out. Like there was a video where they went to someone's house, the people weren't there, and the house, like all the glass was broken, stuff was everywhere. Well, they don't know if they were there, but someone might have been home and they could have needed help. But Ricardo Willis, if you want, you can definitely hit up the GoFundMe. That doesn't go to Supersonic, it goes through Red Cross to help anybody in the area. Or you guys take a trip and go help out, do a cleanup. He did tell me that it was like ground zero there. Like at first you couldn't even like leave the area. Like they had like a martial law going on. So that's pretty fucking scary, guys. But anyways, guys, Xbot, you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to?
Oh damn. Yeah. How do I follow that up? I mean, seriously. Yeah. Huge shout out to everybody in Missouri. Everything that's going on over there. Weather has been absolutely crazy going from Missouri down into Oklahoma and everything like that. So I hope nothing but the best for everybody in those areas. One of the best things about humanity is how resilient we are, man. We can be absolutely everything can be absolutely destroyed around us, and then before you know it, a couple months later, everything's built back up, and people just move on. It's incredible how resilient we are, as people. So, but huge shout out to all those guys. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. It's at xbot448. I do have a YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to it, I don't know what you're waiting for. It is also xbot448. It is the home of the next podcast. And I'm gonna end this with an announcement, and it's another one for E3. Not only for the live reaction are we gonna be joined by the legendary Yobi Dren, but we are also gonna be graced with a live presence. Lady Foxfire will be joining us for our E3 live reaction. And guys, I am completely excited. Now we got Yobi Dren, we got Delirium Blades, aka Mr. Positivity, and we have Lady Foxfire joining us, guys. It is gonna be one hell of a show, and we have like what less than 2 weeks about until this goes down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I am excited,
What
guys.
day
I
is
hope
it?
you are as well.
It's the Sunday. It's
Uh,
like the Sunday, the
the
E3's.
Sunday, yes.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sunday fun day. Oh
Sunday
yeah, it's
fun
gonna be a
day.
fun day that night. Ooh yeah. I feel it. I feel the burn.
So you're a Bernie supporter then, is what you're trying to say, right? You feel the
See,
burn?
you'll be some
I'm
Miami
good with that.
folks on the podcast. What? See, Xbot, we could be Miami folks too. What's up, Pred?
No, we can't. No,
Fine.
no, we can't.
Okay, cool. You just hate me. All right, anyways, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Seriously. You can find me here on YouTube, OhSnapsukaz, Mixer, OhSnapsukaz, and that is all. I will see you guys later. Oh, and on Twitter, Girls Can Game 2 too. You guys have a great week, and I don't know, have fun.
Bing,
Enjoy
bing,
your
bing.
cookouts tomorrow. If that's what you're doing, I'll be at work. Xbot will be at work, so I look forward to it. But anyways, have a great week and the rest of your weekend, long weekend, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Peace. Tariff
Come on, honey, we
gang.
can make it. The border is only a few more feet.
I can't. I can't go any further. This baby is coming out now.
No, not yet. If we don't make it to the border, our baby won't be born in America, and he'll never be president.
He'll be president, Robert. What if our baby's a girl?
Stop trying to jinx this with your lady voodoo, Barbara. My son is going to be born in the United States of America, and he's going to be president, and on his first day in office, he's going to declare war on Canada for making their goddamn GPS maps so confusing.
Wow.